Good evening, students. Welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to discuss some questions with you where the battery is not given, like this one. You can see the question number 1. In question number 1, resistance current is flowing in this direction and this is total current is 5 ampere. So you can see the question. So we will solve this question. We have to find the value of I1, I2, I3 and I4. So this is a very interesting question. Battery is not provided and this resistance value is also not provided here. So students, what you have to do? First of all, you have to know about the KCL, that is Kirchhoff's current law. That means at this point the total current that is coming is 5 ampere and the current leaving is I1 plus I2. That means sum of the current I1 and I2 will be 5 ampere. Okay. So total current coming towards the point is equal to total current moving away from the point. That is first concept. Second concept is that you have to minimize this circuit into one resistance. So I will explain, don't worry. So what I will do here, so this will be my 5 ohm resistance. Sorry, this will be 5 ampere current. Resistance value is not given. This is now 20 ohm. This is now 5 ohm. And this 10 and 10 parallel will also give me 5 ohm. This 10 and 10 ohm combination will also give me 5 ohm. So this will be the equivalent circuit. Now the upper resistance is 20 and lower resistance is 5 and 5. Now students, how can I find the current I1 and I2? Listen to me carefully so that you can get the concept. In this direction the current of 5 ampere is flowing. Now the current is divided. Students, this 5 and 5 will also give me 10 ohm. So I can write here 10. Basically students, the voltage drop across 10 ohm and the voltage drop across 20 ohm is equal, because in the parallel circuit the voltage is same, the voltage drop is same and the current is different. So now listen to me carefully. Let's suppose it as R1 and let's suppose it as R2 and this is 5 ampere current. So I am telling you step by step description of this question. So now see, if voltage through resistance R1 is V1, it is equal to I1 into R1. V2 is equal to resistance voltage drop across R2, that is equal to I2 into R2. As students, the voltage is same on the left hand side. So V1 is equal to V2. You can simply say I1 by I2 is equal to I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. So students, how you can see current is changing? Current is changing inversely proportional to resistance. If voltage is constant, you can simply also write V is equal to IR. If the voltage is constant, then we can say current is varying with respect to inversely proportional to the resistance. So now how to solve this question? Listen to me. What we have to do? We have to write the resistance ratio. Resistance ratio is 20 ratio 10. That means this is a resistance ratio. That means current ratio will be, it is reciprocal of resistance, means current is changing, it is inversely proportional to resistance. So here 1 by 20 and here 1 by 10. So if I solve it into simple ratio, then it will become, if I multiply it with 20, that is the LCM of 10 and 20. so I have to make this ratio simple. So students, whenever we have two resistances, the ratio of current through them will be opposite. 2:1 is the resistance ratio, so 1:2 will be the current. Now listen to me. Total current is 5 ampere, and here the current is divided into three parts. So that means 3 parts is equal to 5. 3 parts is equal to 5. 1 part is equal to 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 ampere is the one part. That means through R1, which is 20 ohm, one part is flowing, and through R2, two parts are flowing. That means if I go to the circuit now, the value of I1 will be equal to, I1 is one part is flowing, that means it will be 5 by 3. Its value will be 5 by 3 ampere. Now value of I2 is two parts are flowing in this resistance, two parts are flowing in this branch, so here the current is 5 by 10 by 3, because it will be 5 by 2 into 3, so its value is 10 by 3 ampere. Students, you can add these two values I1 and I2, so that will become 5. 10 by 10 plus 5 is 15 by 3, so it will become 5 ampere, that is the input current. Okay, so now up to this point we have calculated about I1 and I2. Students, basic concept is that if the resistance ratio is 2:1, like this resistance ratio is 2:1, then the current ratio will be 1:2. Concept is that when voltage is constant, the current is inversely proportional to the resistance. And now we have to make this fraction into simple ratio. So I will multiply it with 20 by 10, LCM of 20 and 10. You will get my point when I will explain one more question. Now students, current 10 by 3 ampere is coming towards this from this point. Now I have two equal resistances, I3 10 ohm. So I3 and I4, these are the two currents that will be equal because resistance is same. So that means 10 by 3 is divided into two parts now. Okay, so one part will be 10 by 6 here, 10 by 6 will be also here. So this 10 by 6 is divided into 10 by 3 is divided into two parts. So I hope this question will be clear to you. If not clear, then you can go and watch again this. Okay, so firstly I am explaining again. Firstly, 5 ampere current is coming, and I told you that voltage we have to convert it into simple circuit. 20 ohm, this one, 5 ohm, this one, and 10 and 10 will make 5 ohm. Now this is 20 ohm resistance and this is 10 ohm resistance. Students, I said that if voltage is same, like V1 and V2 are same, then I1 by I2 is equal to R2 by R1. That means I1 current is changing with respect to resistance inversely. So that means whenever you can follow this method also, V is equal to IR. If voltage is constant, then current is inversely proportional to resistance. So now resistance ratio is 20:10, current ratio will be 1 by 20:1 by 10. So we have to make it into simple ratio, that then we will multiply it with 20 and this will become 1:2. So students, whenever resistance ratio is that like 2:1 is resistance ratio, then the current ratio will be 1:2, because voltage into resistance is equal, current into resistance is equal to constant. So 2 into 1 is equal to 2, 2 into 1 is also equal to 1. So resistance and current ratio is inversely proportional. If resistance ratio is 4:5, then the current ratio will be 5:4, so that their product does not change. So 5 into 4 20, 5 into 4 20. So if upper 5 by 4 by 4:5 is resistance ratio, then current ratio will be 5 by 5:4. So this is for just an introduction purpose. I will explain it later on, you don't worry. If this question is clear, then we can move to next. So current ratio contains three parts. So 1:2, that means total parts are 3. So 3 parts are equal to 5 ampere current, one part is equal to 5 by 3 ampere. So one part is flowing through 20 ohm resistance and two parts are flowing through 10 ohm resistance. So you can see the diagram, and you can see the diagram. Through the 20 ohm one part is flowing, that means it will be 5 by 3. Through this lower branch, that was 10 ohm, 10 by 3, two parts are flowing. Now these two parts are further divided into one part, that is 10 by 6 and 10 by 6 when 10 ohm resistances are connected. So this is all about the first question. It might be difficult one, but when I will explain 2 to 3 questions more, then it will be more clear to you. So I hope you can note down the solution if it is clear to you. If not, then you can ask me in comment box, and these type of questions are also expected in entrance exams as well as in some other examinations like CBSE or other examinations. So now I am going to next question. You have to wait for 1 minute. Okay, let me take the question. Okay, control and don't save. So next question we have. So student, if this video is useful to you, then you can like and share this video, and I will always try that we will find new questions. So this is another type that I found just today. So I was sitting and I was thinking such type of questions can be asked. Then I realized that yes, it is possible for such type of questions. So now we are on the second question. Students, this question is also similar, uh, somehow similar to the earlier one. So all the questions are of similar type I have taken, but just a little bit difference is there, so that all the questions will be clear to you. So now you can see current of 2 ampere is coming from this branch and this resistance value not given, this resistance value not given. Some students think that if these two resistance values are not given, then this question is cannot be completed, we cannot find the value of I1, I2 and I3. But students, this is just an illusion, you can find it the values easily. So this is the point, current is meeting here, that means some current will flow here, because if a point has no from the two branches the current is coming, then obviously third branch current will be going away. So it is equal to 5 ampere. 2 plus 3 5. Now students, see the resistance ratio is 10 ratio 20 ratio 30. So I will explain. Resistance ratio is 1 by 20, resistance ratio is 20, 10 ratio 20 ratio 30. This is our resistance ratio. So current ratio will be 1 by 10 plus 1 by 10 1 by 20 and 1 by 30. वैसे भी students, you have to know the least resistance more will be the current. So if resistance is less, more will be the current. Okay, so this is the ratio 1 by 10, 1 by 20 and 1 by 60. With which value I can multiply it? I can multiply it with 60. After multiplying it with 60, I got the ratio, that is 6. So current ratio, now I got the current ratio, it will be 6, 3 and 2. 32 the 60, 23 the 60 and 10 6 the 60. So this is my current ratio. So 6 parts of this 5 ampere current will flow in this resistance, 3 parts will flow in this resistance and 2 parts will flow in this resistance. I will explain in detail. So now students, count these parts. 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 12. So that means, let me change my marker so that it will be visible. That means 5 12 parts is equal to 5. So one part value has 5 by 12. One part value is 5 by 12. Here 6 parts are flowing, that means 5 6 the 30. So 30 by 12 ampere current is flowing in I1, flowing through 10 ohm resistance. Now 3 parts are flowing through second resistance, so that means a value of I2 is 5 3 is the 15 by 12, 15 by 12 ampere. Then the current I3 has value 2 parts are flowing, that means its value is 10 by 12. 5 2 is the 10, 10 by 12. Students, to verify the answer we can check the voltage drop. So voltage drop across this resistance will be same like this resistance, same, because these three are in parallel. So 10 into 3 30 by 12, 300 by 12. 15 into 20 by 12, 300 by 12. 30 into 10 by 12, 300 by 12. So 300 by 12 voltage is across each resistance. So students, I hope this question is clear to you, and if this question is clear, you can like and share this video, because I am preparing all the videos for you, and if you like this, then appreciation is required. If you feel that this video is useful, then you can like, otherwise you can go here from here without liking this video. So this is the value of I1, and this is the value of I2, and this is the value of I3, 10 by 12, and we have calculated through voltage also, so we have already checked. You can add them. 30 plus 15 is 45, 45 plus 10 is 55. Okay, let me see, 13 plus 15, 5 by 12. No, students, there is a mistake. Mistake. So students, let me correct that. 5 parts are equal, 12 parts are not equal to 5. 11 parts are equal to 5. 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 2 11. When I was verifying the current, then there was problem. So 11 parts are equal to 5. So one part equal to 5 by 11. So sorry for that. So 5 by 11 will be here. 6 parts are flowing through this first resistance, that means I1 is equal to 5 6 the 30 by 11. So 30 by 11 will be here. Okay, so sorry for that. And I2 value, I2 is 3 parts, so 15 by 11. So 11 will be there in denominator, okay, instead of 12. So our rest is same, 10 by 11. Now add these three values. When you add these three currents, 30 by 11 and 15 by 11 and 10 by 11, then you will get 55 by 11, that is equal to 5 ampere, that is the total current. So students, sum of current going away from a point is equal to sum of current coming towards a point. Okay, so these three currents are going away and 5 ampere is coming towards. So students, I hope this question is clear. If there is some problem, like some students it seems like little bit confusing. So this was the diagram, this was resistance ratio, and this was current ratio. Current ratio will be inversely proportional, current is inversely proportional to resistance. So now we have to solve the resistance, this ratio, into simple form. So we multiply it with 60. So after multiplying it with this ratio will be obtained. Now total 11 parts are equal to 5 ampere current. So one part is equal to 5 by 11 ampere. So current I1 is 6 parts, so it will be 30 by 11, value of I1. 3 parts are flowing through 20 ohm resistance, so this value will be 15 by 11. So students, you can note down these values. And the last value is 2 current through 30 ohm resistance will be 2 parts, so 2 parts are equal to 5 to the 10 by 11. So students, we have done two questions up to this point. If you feel that this video is useful to you, then you can like and subscribe the channel and share this video with your friends also. So now I am scrolling for the solution. So it's easy one question. These questions will be expected in CBSE, in NEET exam. In any exam you can expect such type of questions. So recording is going on and 19 minutes we have recorded. So I will discuss two more questions, then we will quit the video. Okay, so you have to solve these questions. I have sent some questions in the group, so some students were not responding, so I hope they are not aware how to solve these type of questions. And now we are with one more question. And you have to wait for 1 minute. So students, next question is 20 ohm, 40 ohm, 80 ohm. So let me see how to solve. So it is our question number 3 for today. Okay, so you can see current is flowing, that is total current is 4 ampere. So 4 ampere current is coming. Now I can find the resistance ratio. Resistance ratio is 20 ratio. Okay, let me change. Resistance ratio is 20 ratio 40 ratio 80. Students, when we have two resistances we can just inverse the ratio, but when we have three resistances then we have to take the LCM. Okay, so it is a resistance ratio. Now I have to find current ratio. Voltage is same through 80 ohm, 20 ohm, 80 ohm, so it will be like current is equal to 1 by 20. So this students, that resistance which has least resistance has maximum current, so it will be 1 by 40, 1 by 20, then 1 by 40, then 1 by 80. So students, after converting, after taking the LCM is 80, so here you can write 80. Okay, so after multiplying it with 80 you can get the current ratio. Current ratio will be 4, 24 is the 80, so 42 is the 80 and 81 is the 80. So this is our current ratio students. Four parts will flow through first resistance 20 ohm, two parts will flow through 40 ohm resistance, and one part will flow through 80 ohm resistance. So now students, this is the only way through which we can find the current, because no battery is given, nothing is given in the question, but still we can find the answer. So total 9 parts are flowing and 9 parts are equal to 4 ampere. So one part is equal to, okay, 9 parts equal to 4 ampere, one part is equal to 4 by 9 ampere, and now see 4 parts are flowing through 20 ohm resistance, that means I1 is equal to 4 parts, so 4 for the 16, so 16 by 9 current is flowing through this I1 20 ohm resistance. Two parts are flowing through this resistance, so 2 for the 8 by 9 will be the here, 8 by 9 is the value of current I2, and one part is flowing here, that means 4 by, okay, let me check first, 4 by 9, 4 parts, 4 for the 16, so 16 and 8 24, 24 plus 4 is 28, so it will be total 9 parts. No students, there is a little mistake. So total number of parts are 7, 4 plus 2 plus 1, so 7 parts are equal to 4 and 4 ampere, and one part is equal to 4 by 7 ampere. So little bit mistakes we can do, you can also do the mistakes, so you will also, students, if we do something then mistakes will happen. So I1 is equal to 16 by 7 will be the answer, 16 by 7 ampere. Here the answer is 2 parts, so it will be 4 to the 8 by 7, and the value of I3 will be 4 by 7, because if I simply add it then I can find my error. 16 by 7, 8 by 7 and 4 by 7, it will be 20 by 7, 28 by 7, that is 4 ampere. But in the earlier case you can see it will be 28 by 9 was coming. So in this way we can find the error if we did. So these are the three currents, I1, I2 and I3. We have calculated it. No battery is given and no this resistance value is also not given. But we can still find the value of I1, I2 and I3. So these types of question you can expect in a NEET exam, in JEE exam, or in any other exam. You can, I think these type of questions will definitely be there. So now we are moving to our last question. If this question is clear, you can note down the solution. Resistance ratio was 20 ratio 40 ratio 80, and the current ratio will be opposite to the resistance ratio, that is 1 by 20, 1 by 40 and 1 by 80. To make it into simple ratio, I will multiply it with the LCM. LCM is 80, so this will be like a simple ratio, 4 ratio 2 ratio 1. Total number of parts are 7. So 7 parts are equal to 4 ampere current. One part will be equal to 4 by 7 ampere. So 4 parts are flowing through the first resistance. So 4 into 4 by 7 is 16 by 7. 2 parts are flowing through the second resistance. So 2 into 4 by 7, that is 8 by 7. One part is flowing through 80 ohm resistance, that is 4 by 7 ampere. So I hope these questions are clear to you. If you really like this video and you feel that this video is useful to you, then please like and share this video with your friends. And you can send me the topics also that are disturbing you, and we will prepare a video for that, and we will think about that topic, that topic is difficult or not. And now students, we are moving to our last question of today, and one question I will give you in homework. So this is the last question we have. Students, another question that is easy one. So it was just first question. It was question number first in my phone, but we are doing it as a question number 4. It was the first question, that was easy one. Okay, so we did all that. Okay, we did some difficult questions earlier. So this was the basically first question. Okay, so now we are taking it as question number 4, and I hope now you can easily do it. So you can see here the total current that is flowing is 4 ampere. 4 ohm resistance is, this value is given 4 ohm. But if this value is not given, then we can also solve without it. So okay, so this current is given, that is 2 ampere. So this current is coming towards this point. Now after this point, current is divided into I2 and I3. So I1 value is given, I1 is 2 ampere. I will have to find I2 and I3. Students, here you can see resistance ratio is 10 ratio 3. Resistance ratio is 10 ratio 3, and I said if two resistances are there, then you can simply take the inverse of that. Okay, so if it is a resistance, you can follow the other method also that I told you. Current is equal to 1 by 10, 1 by 10 and 1 by 3. You can follow this method also, but it will be more difficult for you. Okay, so LCM will be 30. LCM will be 30 of denominator. So ratio will come 3 ratio 10. So current ratio will be 3 ratio 10. That I told you, you can directly take the ratio of two resistances and current opposite. In 3 resistances you have to do the calculation. Okay, so I hope up to this point question is clear. Now students, if total parts are 13, 13 parts are equal to total 2 ampere current. So that means one part is equal to 2 by 13 ampere. Okay, one part is equal to 2 by 13 ampere. And okay, so 10 parts are 3 parts are flowing through the upper resistance. So one part is equal to 2 by 13. So I2 is 3 parts, so its value will be 6 by 13. And the next value is this value, I3 is 10 parts of 2 by 13, so its value is 20 by 13. So students, I hope after this question it will be clear to you, and the concept will be clear to you how to find the values of current. So we have done some questions in this video. If you feel that this video is useful, then like and share this video. And this was the solution of question number 4. You can note down it, and only after the understanding I will tell you. I am saying, if you don't understand, you can drop a message to me and ask me how the question we have completed the question. So one homework question I am giving you. You can do that question, and if any doubt is there, then you can ask me in comment box. Okay, so one resistance I have, another resistance I have, and after it I have two resistances, this one, wait for this one and this one, and one resistance here. Okay, so you have to find this current I1. Okay, let me take students, let me take some different question. You have to find this current. Okay, so you have to find this current, and this resistance is given 2 ohm, this resistance is also 2 ohm, and the current that is flowing is 4 ampere. Okay, and this resistance is given as 10 ohm. Okay, you have to find the value of I. So in this question, you are this question is little bit different from the earlier questions. If you have learned about the concept, then it will be easy for you. Okay, so 2 ohm resistance is this one, 2 ohm resistance is this one, 4 ampere current is flowing in this branch, this current you can say I1. Okay, let it be I1, it is I2. So value of I2 is given, and you have to find the I3 current, that is this one. I3 current you have to find one, and I1 you have to find. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and this video contains some KCL concept also and some resistance concept also. Thank you so much, have a nice day ahead. Bye bye students.